gonna be up all night watching TI. We're gonna be up all night. I'm eating some cheese puffs.
It's good prep for genuinely staying up all night watching actual TI.
That's what I'm saying. We're literally gonna be up all fucking night watching it. All these games are gonna be 80, 90 minutes. Well, what's the next game?
I believe it's Granny's Cookies versus Mancaf. And I will be doing my best to help Granny's Cookies win the game.
Yeah, you go for that.
Nice jump, Alistair.
First,
next one just su bed for 35 months. Kills 2 23-24 Flax Bold.
Grazie.
Oh, I think I clicked on the wrong thing. The International 2023. Here we go. So so that was 59 minutes. There was one game which was 30 minutes. This one was 71 minutes. That was 36. Seems to be basically if the teams are well matched, it goes the distance. I think that's one of the things that in pro games, it's often the case that one team has just kind of got like the gotcha in the draft.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we can't win. Like, you know, they've got like they've got the best liking game, or they've got the there's nothing that can stop this primal or whatever. And so the games are usually just over. But in the international games, his draft is like less relevant. It's more about play.
I agree.
If teams are evenly matched, they can just go on forever, no matter what the draft is.
Kieran, if you post it in Goons, I'll play the Granny's Battle Song, but I don't know where it is other than you guys talking about it.
65, 59, 71, 82. What the fuck was that? Too Hot for Dota versus Jeff. So from the... So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, so 6 out of 11 of the games have gone over 50 minutes. It's pretty large. In fact, they've got over 55 minutes, 6 out of 11.
All right, I'm going to listen to the Granny's Cookies theme song. I'm going to play it on stream right now. Here we go.
It's Granny's Cookies running down your lane. Granny's Cookies winning all the games when your agent's under attack. These pfgoons have got your back. It's Granny's Cookies. Go, 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 go!
Astonishing.
That really was quite okay.
Thank you for sending that, Ari.
Yeah.
Sounded Finnish.
Yeah, it was like
jump,
metal,
Alistair.
but
Niall
the
just
guy-
su bed for
the guy
81
doing the
months.
singing was like a
Okay,
very
he got a
polite
new
dude.
favorite team.
Yeah.
Theme
Sounded like,
songs are a
it's
must.
like you got like a newsreader to do some like heavy metal or something.
sounded like some Scandi metal to me.
Granny's Cookies.
Running down the lane. Granny's cookies. Winning all the games.
It's just iconic. It's iconic. I'm pretty sure they're playing that in clubs.
Hell yeah.
There's gonna be like a Dua Lipa remix of Granny's Cookies.
Granny's cookies running down the lane.
Zoe is furious.
Why?
Because apparently her game is going to start very late. And it's not particularly surprising. Maybe if you lads could close out games for once. You know?
Yeah. Also, this is only 5 minutes late. That's not too bad.
Radiant team ban.
That's Mancaf versus Grannies. Cookies are
Running
running
down the
10
lane.
seconds remaining.
Grannies. So Plague is drafting for Grannies.
Cookies. He is indeed. He's going to help him out. Help to knock out Mancaf.
10 seconds
And I guess they've got
remaining.
Jonas. So they're in big trouble.
5 seconds
They've got Jonas
remaining.
as their coach.
Well, he's the manager. I guess he's in there for the draft.
I think not.
I don't know.
Surely not.
Dire team
Jonas
ban.
has no idea what he's doing.
True. True.
They have got
and
6
yeah, that's
people
true.
in that channel. The only one who's not playing
10
is
seconds remaining.
someone called Teehee. So I think
5
Teehee is the
seconds
coach. I don't know who the fuck Teehee
Who
is.
is Teehee, Ari?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
A great lad, right? That doesn't really.
Dire team ban.
I mean, a great lad from the Discord. Pressing F.
He's a lad
to
from the
doubt.
Discord. What?
Pressing F to doubt that one.
10 seconds remaining.
There's no great lads on the
5
Discord. We all know
seconds
that.
remaining.
We have the best lad.
Dire team ban.
Hell of a lot of goons is what I see.
Ten seconds remaining.
I'm trying to work out
5 seconds remaining.
what the scene is of the Mancaf banner.
Radiant
Like
team
what
banner.
is actually going on?
Yeah, it looks like.
It looks like a
Obviously.
screen you get on the back of a chair of an airplane.
I
10
mean,
seconds
so
remaining.
I don't know what the logos are. One of them says
5 seconds
Connection
remaining.
or something, or Cunnington. And then
I think
there's
it is
like
Cunnington,
a couple
yeah.
of shops. And then there's a chimpanzee. And then behind it, someone else. Does anyone know what the fuck the Mancaf banner is meant to be? Because it's money for nothing and the chimps for free.
Radiant
But I don't know what that's a reference to. Or I don't really understand. Monkeys for nothing and the chimps for free. It's odd, isn't it? I mean, honestly, this is why I'm not being funny. I don't know how many of these lads were drawn here by my YouTube videos, which are painfully unfunny. This is my audience. They
10
can't
seconds
even make a
remaining.
banner that makes sense. And they're like, man, Pyrion's so funny.
5
No, I'm not.
seconds
I can
remaining.
just actually make sense. You lads can't make a banner. Look at this. What is that?
Dire team
What is that? What is that? What is the 5'4" billionaires one whatever?
No,
Like,
no,
what is
no.
that?
Oh, so it's from the music video
Radiant
of
team
Money's for Nothing. Money
Yeah,
for Nothing.
but so Money for Nothing was indeed a song, I believe, by what's their name? Those lads.
Ultimate Dad music.
It is very dumb. The Dire Straits.
10 seconds
No,
remaining.
look.
Yeah.
I understand Money for Nothing
5
and Chicks for
seconds
Free
remaining.
is the line in the song, right? Dire Straits, yes. But you can't just call yourself Monkeys for Nothing and Chimps for Free and have that banner and then these logos.
But the lads saying the banner is from the music video, unless they're just like capping.
Right, no, but if it is, what are these logos? These logos aren't in the music video. This monkey and chimp aren't in the music video. There's a flag here. There's a little shitty monitor. The
Radiant
monitor is...
team ban.
So what that is in the music video, it's a very early CGI video. That arm kind of looks like the arm from the video where he's pressing a key on a keyboard. But what I'm saying is there's a lot going on here. They haven't just gone with something that you can immediately recognize as being from that video.
10 seconds.
You understand that? So it looks like he's carrying a computer. If he's meant to be carrying a microwave, because of course the lyric is, we got to move these microwave ovens, we got to move these color TVs. So it could be a color TV that says Monkeys for Nothing, Chimps for Free. But then why monkeys for nothing and chimps for free? And then what are the logos and what is the thing behind him? Like we don't, it's not clear. And then there's a random flag. So it's easy to just say, oh, it's simple. It all makes sense. It doesn't mean anything. Granny's Cookies is just a picture of Snapfire's head superimposed over a character from a cartoon that I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
But it's at least clear what it is. But all I'm saying is the Mancaf logo clearly has a lot going on, but none of it makes sense. And as a result, it's meaningless. It's meaningless.
It's SpongeBob's grandma.
That makes sense.
You know, I gotta say, SpongeBob's got the craziest jawline you've ever seen.
Yeah.
The guy's got a jawline that could end the human race. But the granny, no jawline spotted.
Yeah.
The jawline did not run in the family.
Well, people get old. Also, women tend to have softer jawlines than men. It's just a biological fact.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, look at that Chad lad,
5
right? You don't see a woman
seconds
with a jawline that's like a literal box.
No. But if you did, you probably would be terrified.
Yeah, it'd be scary. Weren't his parents dried up sponges and they were literally like pucks of sponge? Okay, Lesh.
They should have made them scrub daddies and scrub mummies. Have you got one of those?
What's that?
It's like a. It was like one of those things on, you know, Shark Tank.
Mm.
It was like one of the most popular products that came off that, and it's like a sponge that changes its properties in different
Shark
temperatures
Tank
of water.
Sponge. The Scrub Daddy.
Scrub Daddy.
Oh, and a bidding war broke out.
I mean, it's a pretty. I've got some. It's a pretty decent product. It's just like a pretty high quality sponge, really.
So, after damaging the exterior of a vehicle when cleaning the outside, detailer Aaron Krause invented a line of buffing and polishing pads. The company was acquired by 3M in August 2008. 3M did not purchase a line of sponges Krause had invented, leaving them to sit in his factory. 5 years later, Krause used the remaining sponges to clean his dishes and lawn furniture. According to Krause, this is when he realized his multi-million-dollar idea. According to the company's website, Scrub Daddy was founded in 2012 with grassroots marketing. On the Shark Tank episode originally airing in October 2012, Lori Grainer made a 20% equity stake with Krause for $200K. The following day, Grainer and Krause sold out of 42,000 sponges in under 7 minutes on QVC. Grainer then helped Scrub Daddy to be sold in retail stores such as Bed Bath & Beyond. In January 2017, their total revenues surpassed $100 million, the highest of any Shark Tank product. As of October 2019, the company's lifetime sales were $209 million. As in season 14, episode 13, it was reported that Scrub Daddy in 10 years has 273 employees, 160 products, and sold in 257,000 locations, and is the top 5 grossing company in Shark Tank history, having sold more than $670 million in retail sales since launch. Wow.
It's pretty impressive stuff. Just
that
for a fucking sponge.
A sponge.
But it's a bloody good sponge. It's a bloody good sponge.
I mean, I'm not being funny, but name another brand of sponge.
It's not. It's so the thing with the sponge, the like material on it, is it gets hard if it's in cold water, and it gets soft if it's in hot water. So it's like kind of like having like an iron wool and a sponge in one.
Interesting.
In some ways.
All I'm saying is quite often. So a Brillo pad is not a sponge. That's a pad for scrubbing. That is like wire pads covered in a sort of orange detergent that you can scrub things with. You would never use a Brillo pad on anything like they would use a sponge on, I would hope. Because a Brillo pad is very caustic. Like you'd use them on heavy non-stick pans. You'd use them on like your oven. You'd use them cleaning really hardcore, a grill for a barbecue, that kind of stuff. Brillo may well do sponges, but people know them for the pads. The point is, if you go in and you see Scrub Daddy sponges, which is a good name, and then you see these sponges and they're all brightly labeled with a good name, you're going to buy those.
Team back.
Because you're going to think of Brillo pads. You're going to think of Brillo sponges. I'm sure they
It's
do
got a
sponges.
quirky enough name for you to remember it. You're
Yeah,
like,
you're going to remember
Scrub
Daddy. Right there. Scrub Daddy. Wow.
And if someone says, have you got a Scrub Daddy? You'll be like, what the fuck is this all about?
But once you've owned one, you'd know. Like, when a brand name becomes a default for a thing, I'm not saying Scrub Daddy would do that. But, I mean, there's a reason.
People in the future are just going to stop using the word sponge
Yeah,
and just
you
say
got a
Scrub
Scrub
Daddy.
Daddy.
It's like people who use
Hoover.
Hoover instead of vacuum.
Yeah, or
Vacuum
Tannoy.
cleaner.
Or all kinds of things.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of brand names that people use. Did Lilt disappear? What? Lilt's still around, isn't it?
I've definitely seen Lilt about, but it's not super common.
Inspired by the flavors of the Caribbean. Lilt was a brand of soft drinks until its dissolution in 2023.
Oh damn!
It's now Fanta Pineapple and Grapefruit. My kids have been drinking Fanta Pineapple and Grapefruit, not realizing they are drinking the corpse of Lilt.
Wow! Would you look at that?
Rest in peace, Lilt. Never knew. I never knew. You know, you look away for 2 minutes and suddenly Lilt has died.
Yeah.
Conquer Dazzle Centaur Invoker against Witch Doctor Shadow Demon Leshrac Razor. Is this another KO game? Or not?
I thought he said they all were, but what I do know is that I'm pretty sure that Mancaf lost
Radiant team pick.
their first game. Let me just run the numbers on that one. Because I thought they were playing like or something like that, and they lost.
Huh. Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
10 seconds.
And they were
remaining.
playing of Wogan's Wizards and lost.
Yeah, well, Wogan's Wizards is
5
looking pretty
seconds
spicy.
remaining.
Well, they got the command of Young Plague. I would love to see
Dire team
Wogan's
pick.
Wizards win.
I wonder, do you reckon the lads that get knocked out of Goon TI
10
when they're
seconds
watching like
remaining.
a pro Dota tournament, like, man, that hurts. I know
5
how much that
seconds
hurts
remaining.
getting knocked out of a tournament. You know, you work for weeks
Your hero.
and then you get knocked out. Oh, a Goon classic. They picked Medusa. Wow.
That's quite the stonking last pick.
That's the first juicer I've seen this tournament. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I know. I think well, I mean, I've definitely had the lads pick Medusa once, or maybe I just suggested that we did it. I don't know. Either way, Medusa has been picked, but it hasn't been super successful, as far as I am aware. In fact, I could probably run the numbers on it.
As Eri points out, this is Medusa into Shadow Demon, so they're going to have their own Medusas, which is interesting. I don't know about this. We'll see. I guess, you know what I reckon? This is the cold hand of plague on the shoulder of Granny's cookies, saying, look, lads, you know this game's going to go late. Just build a hero that's going to go ultra late, gets all the items and becomes unkillable.
Medusa has
That's
played
Medusa.
10 times, and it has won 3 and lost 7.
But in whose hands did it lose?
The most recent match was played by Granny's Cookies. No, sorry,
Oh.
the best team. That's not the most
Yeah.
recent played. The best team who plays it is Granny's Cookies. So this could be the pick of the century.
Wow.
Hello?
What is going on with this Medusa pick?
We were just analysing that Granny's Cookies are the best Medusa players in the entire tournament.
Are they? I had
Yeah.
no. And so I join that Discord and they say, "All right, I'm just gonna pop to the loo. If we get the chance, take first pick."
Prepare for
And I
battle.
come back from the loo and we got the choice. I'm like, "All right, brilliant, take first pick." And they're like, "No, we have honor. We don't play PA. We don't play Warlock. We don't play Scum Heroes." I'm like, "Okay, I guess we'll just play for last pick and we'll just see what happens." And from that point in this draft, it was an odd one. I've never had to draw for a team quite like them before. They're fucking lovely, but they're insane.
I see.
Yeah, well, that's just how how they operate. That's just a Weebs team for you.
It is a Weebs team. I mean, I think it's going to be honestly like.
Oh, there is a fight here. Finally, some fucking action. Let's go, team. They're gonna get
lovely four-man torrent.
Miss the centaur stun.
Where's Robertus going? Why was he running that way of all directions?
What?
I don't know anything of what just happened.
I don't understand. You're being jumped by 4 heroes, and Robertus decides to run through the entire enemy team. What is that?
I have no idea how Centaur missed that stun. I have no idea why my Medusa decided to commit suicide. I don't know where my Dazzle was for that entire fight. But you know what? I believe...
Go on.
I've got this suspicious feeling this might be a quick one.
I believe that if they can survive the high ground pushes, they will win this late game pretty comfortably. I feel like Lifestealer and Lesh will both struggle against Dusa.
Weebs is committing against szethw here.
This is a good opportunity to learn.
He's forced the TP out. It might be enough.
He got him!
Oh, and that's TP on cooldown. Oh my god. Yeah, it is a 1k net worth lead immediately for Radiant, by the way.
How does that happen?
They got all 4 bounties and first blood.
Oh, they got all 4 bounties. No way.
I think.
Oh my god,
Weeb's gonna
Big Weeb's
as
gonna
well.
get him again. Why wouldn't he stick and click? What the fuck was that from Nutkin?
Oh!
That is cowardice, and that's costume.
Alright, Weebs came to dance. This lad's had just the right amount of Oldberg or whatever he's drinking, and he's fucking down.
What, one and a half drinks has got him in the mood.
I want madness for the next 35 minutes, and then a winner to be decided.
I can promise you madness. This team seems good about madness. I don't know if we'll give you a winner, but...
No, I don't care who it is. I mean, I just want a good game. I'm rooting for no one.
So I also, obviously, I didn't know whose voice was who. And someone was like, yeah, I'm a Kunkka player, I'm like, brilliant. My positive player is a Kunkka player. I picked it. And it turns out we can only play it mid. And it's probably really easy to work out we can only play it mid. So, I don't know how this... I feel like this Lesh is going to destroy this Kunkka. And I feel bad for picking it for him now. Because I first picked it thinking it was a flex pick. And it was not.
Oh! Oh,
in fact,
no.
he has died.
Is this going to be another match dominant performance mid? Because we saw one the other day.
It could be.
It's looking like it.
Is this bottle coming out? It is.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, all that matters is Dusa. I've picked 4 heroes who are literally just there to support Dusa. I've picked someone who can, like, Stampede to get her into fights. I've picked Water Park to protect her and Run Buff to protect her. I've picked Dazzle to protect her. And I've picked Invoker exclusively.
Yeah, this is all rather good.
Exclusively to put Alacrity on my Medusa.
Do you know what the
That's
only bad thing about Dazzle? I guess it doesn't really matter though. It's like quite hard to time the grave effect.
Yes, on Dusa, I
once
agree.
once the mana is down, the health is going down very quickly.
I was thinking also the, well, I wasn't thinking the start, I was thinking Dazzle's probably okay and will lane well. But the armor reduction and armor increase is quite useful. If we are, because they basically told me their strat is get a hyper carry and stick it on Robertus and pray. And that's how they've won most of their games. The games that they've won.
Did you know that Spineapple was Herald?
I'm aware of that. He's played like 200 games of Dota total.
You just like play Sentinel, mate. No problem.
He told me his 3 heroes he can play were Axe, Tide, and Centaur. So
okay. Well, I've seen his Axe, and he can't play Axe.
I don't think he can play Centaur either, but his CS is looking fine at the moment, especially compared to Dusa.
So this is the guy who stood in for our team playing a Vocapos 4, and he was not good.
He kept trying to get me to play Yeah, he was saying I really wanted to play a Vocapos 4.
Yeah, I know. He like really rates himself, like big time rates himself.
And then I told him go Earn, and he was like, no, but I might go Yules. I was like, don't fucking go Yules.
All I'm saying is Ram's -1 last game, so
true. And the Medusa, may I say, could be as bullshit as Ursa.
Yeah, that was pretty.
I really don't think so. That is what I saw last game is pretty rare. Oh, let's go. Big weapon here. Not a few clicks.
It's quite a lot of maledict damage.
Quite low. Oh my god.
I think he might pop. No, he's got
a little
the
bit
heal.
of a heal.
Archd is going on Madge here, and he's going to go down again. Oh, Johnny gets him!
I think this Kunker is doing very well mid for what this matchup is.
Yeah.
And I actually think this center is doing pretty well bot. Like 16 CS for a Herald?
Yeah, that's not.
I'm not furious. I'm concerned about my Ducer.
Oh my god. Not to bring it back to football, Ted, but have you seen the Newcastle score?
I will check. Oh wow. Well,
they said they couldn't handle that group.
Billionaires against billionaires, you know, it is what it is.
Boosh.
I don't think Spineapple knows you can click the enemy hero and the creeps will walk towards you. Oh, he could be in,
he's
could be in
Herald.
danger.
There's no, you don't know about like creep aggro Herald.
Oh dear.
Oh, he's maxing his retaliate as well.
That's a Flax classic.
And my Kunker's been diving. It's not looking great on the lanes.
Oh no.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, trouble. This is trouble.
They're actually going to try and get trade.
They're going to get Nutkin.
Here comes Madge. He's thinking about it, but he's
That's a
low.
kill for Robertus too. That's pretty high.
Yeah.
Madge, just nobody fucking matter. He needs to chill. Could be trouble if Raj. Oh, D again.
This would be a disaster.
Not so safe harbor, eh?
He's not going to get
Unfortunately,
that.
Madge is going to get the regen rune.
Yeah, you're not going to get that. And now he's just going to run you down.
Regeneration.
If Granny's cookies get knocked out after spherical, it's going to be a day of pain for all the pleasant players. That's some organizer bias right there.
Yeah.
Take note. Unpleasant players. Harry has seen you. Oh,
Really,
dear.
someone should be coming to help out like this Kunker right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what a play! He's away.
He's got raindrop as well to keep him alive. No fucking way.
Wow.
They actually came.
Wow.
Yes! What a team play.
Look at that! Imagine that! A support rotating mid! Oh, Spineapple is getting run down. Nice timing from PowerPoint there. Right, so Jonas, we don't know what the fuck those logos are.
Dire's
Like,
top tower
explain
is
the
under
logo to
attack.
me. It's clearly some kind of screenshot from the video for Money for Nothing by Dire Straits. You've got a little arm, he's carrying a television, but then it says Monkeys for Nothing and the Chimps for Free, which on its own, I don't know what the name is meant to mean. Like, what is it about monkeys and chimps specifically that is important to your team? But then there's also these logos out of nowhere that we don't really understand. And then there's like something behind the chimpanzee that we can't really tell what it is. It's like, looks like a guy with hair, but it's not from the video, so we don't really know what it's meant to be. It's very
Dire's
strange.
middle tower is under attack.
There's too much going on. It's too much for me. I don't understand what it is.
Dire's middle tower has
So I
fallen.
hate it. The Granny's Cookies one is a picture of SpongeBob's granny with Snapfire's granny head on top and a plate of cookies. Your banner is a fucking mess. And then this is like a chimp with a hat and I don't know what is going on. So I'm just tapping out. Yeah, I hate it. Am I upset the guy has hair? Very funny. No, I don't give a shit. TP out from Robertus. This is taking some time. Oh my god, and he's getting caught.
He TP'd
Where
to
did
the...
he TP to?
He TP'd to the outpost. But he's got teams coming. He's got teammates coming. He's just...
He's dead though.
he did what he did from first blood and just stuck around again. God bless you, Weaves. Fight and die bravely. You soldier, you.
He got the high five off. Nice.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Unfortunately, Spineapple has been left to his death.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, this game is looking jolly hard.
It's rough.
Well, if you could speak to your lads right now,
They're not his
what
lads.
would you say? They're not his lads.
My adopted lads. I
Imagine
would
if
say,
they were your lads.
Imagine they're a dog you've adopted for the week, Plague.
I'd say focus on one part of the map and ditch everything else. So don't either commit to helping your centaur get into the game, or commit to defending Medusa, and don't try and do both. Because right now they're running to like Medusa, but she's already dead, and in running to Medusa, they're letting centaur die, and it's too messy. You got to just focus and pick where you want to win.
Eri, that seems like a very specific reference.
What was that every reference?
He said Plague's secret second family. His shameful fling on a stag do in Nicaragua. That's such a weird reference.
But Ibiza isn't cool enough for Eri, you know.
Okay, Archd can't land the combo. Eri, have you been secretly coaching this cooker?
Dire's bottom tower is under
It's impressive how consistent the level 30 curse is.
Yeah. Yeah, really. And Greg is almost level 30 Kunker, so I'm excited. I'm excited.
They found Dusa, but this might be a bit too much.
No Maledict was landed on Archd, so he doth not care.
It was on Robertus instead, who likewise doth not care.
Dire's top tower is under
He
attack.
is Zoom.
So Emu's going a really funny looking Razor build. He's going Mask of Madness Maelstrom Razor,
Dire's bottom tower
which is not correct at all, but hilarious.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No, this might be
bottom
unique.
tower has fallen.
Goodness. That guy is one of the Dire Straits. I don't think it's Mark Knopfler. I see. Look, I'm not flaming the team. I'm just saying I hate your banner and the branding. That's all I'm saying. Is I don't understand it. What's the deal with the monkeys? Why are there chimps involved? Why is Dire Straits involved? What's the tie-in? There's no theme. It's just a bunch of shit chucked together. Live Laugh Luton was funny because they were sponsored by the Luton Library.
I think that might be the theme. Just a bunch of shit chucked together.
Yeah,
which is a lot of these in-house teams. Not in-house.
I just don't get it.
HR teams.
It's lacking in anything. Oh my god, this fucking lifestealer is eating people for breakfast. Archd in trouble now. They have to fucking bump his head roll just to get away.
I'm concerned by my Centaur skill build as well.
Is he skilling a lot of Retaliate or something?
He's a big Retaliate fan. And I'm very confident that the only thing Centaur does well is stand in lane and double edge your carry. That's all he does.
So when you say I'm trying to make it make sense, it doesn't. Some lads got together and came up with this. So the fact is, this was a thing that people did, and it's meant to mean something.
This is literally like an apprentice task. Like, Lord Sugar's gonna be like, right, so you
got a bunch of monkeys together, and you tried to do something.
We gave you 50,000 quid to come up with a
we
brand
laid on a
to
graphical art
to
studio
top
for you.
shots.
I've laid on this graphical art studio. You come up with what? What's that? A chimpanzee and a monkey? What's that? Dire Straits? Who's heard of that? It's meant to be marketed to kids. No. I've heard enough. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Out you go. You're fired. Lord Sugar, no. and then Nick always pops up. Like it's almost like Lord Sugar's
Yeah,
talking, and Nick sort
he
of
did
comes
that.
up from behind his table. Like underneath his table, like he's been sucking him off. He's like, "Oh, they also spent more money than the other teams, Lord Sugar."
Yeah.
Like Grime or Worm Tongue.
Nick is a legend of the scene. You got the old Nick scowl when someone says something. He's like, mm. and then he was like, "Wow, that was interesting actually." But when I was listening into your conversation, I heard something completely different. And Lord Sugar was like, he like turns to the rest of the team.
Is that right, Nick?
then?
Is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Oh dear.
Did you say that?
Nick's like castrating them with a look. He's terrible on Countdown.
Double desolation.
He's a proper sex pest on Countdown, is what he specifically said.
Oh, is it because he's always like egging it on with young Rachel?
Oh, I mean, who wouldn't? Woo!
He's not wrong.
Big fan of old R squared. Let's put it in mathematical terms for her.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought Carol Vorderman was a catch back in the day. Then they were like, Carol's gone. Now we got Rachel. I was like, oh my god. I think, quote unquote, your boys, Plague, are in big trouble. But I've thought this previously. And then going high ground against a hard carry seems to be a big problem.
Well, in previous games with my actual family, rather than my adopted one,
I see.
The net worth deficit was 2k.
Yeah.
10k is looking harsh.
I mean, this Lifestealer is enormous. Let's look at the net worth.
Oh yeah.
Wallop. He's 2.5k above the Medusa. She's had a rotten time of it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
If they try to go high ground and feed, this could be a way back into the game. But if they
There's
go high
always
ground
the
and just kill
chance
them
for the
all,
high ground feed, but it's not. It's looking quite easy to go high ground. You'll have Lesh with W, and Lifestealer can do the old rage and hit trick if needs be.
Yeah.
My one hope is that this Razor is going a terrible build, and that creates opportunities for comebacks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Here we go.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, it's quite a good tornado, actually.
The Banished
If
say
Medusa was,
they're in on Emu. Centaur dead. The boat just about catches Razor. Madge is blowing everybody up. Razor 2. That's 3 dead. They are back before the tower falls. So not the end of the world, but not looking great.
I do genuinely think if Medusa decided to come to that fight, there would have been a kill or two for her.
Yeah, I think so.
But I respect also saying it's both ways for you. Like, the carry should come back, but the carry hasn't come back, and if the carry hasn't come back, you shouldn't be fighting.
Indeed.
So it's quite easy to blame the pos one for not coming up. It's sometimes it's just don't fight. I even told them going into this, don't be afraid to concede tier 2s and tier 1s without fights. You don't. It's high ground that matters.
No, I will not be covering game 3. Because if I start doing it and then it's 50 minutes and everybody's still trying to go high ground, I'll fall asleep. So no, I woke up at 6:30 this morning.
Give it Riley.
Raid me when done. That sounded like an order, Janice.
Well, he has been getting. He's been getting pretty aggressive with with his self-advertising in chat. He just lamped his own stream in chat the other day.
That's shocking.
Fair play, mate, but calm down.
That's not how we roll. We know that. We know this.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle tower
the thing is,
under
if
attack.
Gibson heard about this, he'd be like furious.
Oh my god. Come on, don't.
Do we dare look at fantasy points this game?
Go on then.
Wait, what are your predictions before we do?
I've looked. Go ahead and give me your guesses.
Okay, I'm gonna say the bottom is gotta be Spineapple. Surely.
Who do you think is
that's
top?
an easy prediction, yeah.
Who do you think is
Top
top,
is
and by a
gonna be
long
Match.
way?
I think.
Or maybe not Match.
I think it might be Razor. To be honest, he's kind of.
It could be Razor.
306.
What
He's
if
pretty
it
farm.
was just like a rogue szethw?
So it's Shadow Demon
Yeah, it
with
is.
6,000 points,
Wow.
and Madge is 1.5k behind him. On the fucking
Wow, it's a
fantasy
full.
points.
It's a full stack. They've
Look
got
at that! It's
every single one of them
literally
above.
5 radiant above 5.
I like that the lowest net worth for Dire is the highest fantasy points. Clearly, this Invoker is having tons of impacts. I'm just not noticing.
Dire's bottom tower
It's
is
pretty
under
nuts.
attack.
Centaur having a game to forget. Still has Brown Boots Vanguard. Has had that
He's
since the lane
trucking
ended.
along. Now, they don't actually have the. He's just. What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
Lysian is going in on 3 here, and so is Madge.
Well, they don't.
It's bits back here.
Caesar has just been souped by Razor.
Yeah,
And
I
had to play.
think this has not much more life in it.
It's really
Although,
interesting how like
high ground still to
How
have.
shit that was.
Wogan's team made that play, but they had a ward up in advance, right? Rather than just running out blind. And now he's just sending
Also,
a
they
crew across
were
everyone.
10k goal behind beforehand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is
So
a,
it is.
this is a
I like
bad
that they're trying to ape the better team, but it's just
They're
not
trying
quite
to
working out.
monkeys
I also
for
really
nothing,
liked
free
Weave's full health grave to walk in.
Yeah.
It's pretty legendary.
So szethw hasn't played Dota between last GTI and this one.
Wow, really?
Yeah, apparently. So has come back. This is like Ake. He's like the GTI Ake. So Ake, for anyone that doesn't know, played for and won TI3 with Alliance. He was part of that legendary Ake, Loader, S4, EGM, and Bulldog. He was on that team. Never played solo queue. Just didn't bother playing ranked Dota. Didn't care. Obviously, as the game then, moved away and became more professional, and the guys were scrimming and stuff like that, fell off. But Ake was, it's 2Ks in Ake, I think. He was an amazing support in the early days of Pro Dota.
Yeah.
Obviously a TI winner. That Alliance team, though, like that Na'Vi team, TI4 came around, and I believe both teams retired at that TI, which was the saddest thing I've ever seen, because it was the worst TI. They had the worst format, where we knew one of the finalists at the end of day 1 of main stage. So it was just knockouts from there on out. Everybody was really sad. And then we came up with the worst final ever.
I think it's quite funny that it's like a well-known fact in the Dota scene that after a TI, there has never been one team nerfed more than Alliance was. Aisha was like, everything you guys do to win Dota disgusts me.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of it all. Because they were like, Ake and EGM were just so much better on support than everyone else. So they had money for fucking days that no one else could get.
Also, just the whole push strat that they had with Profit and Londra and shit like that, and it
Chens, all
and
Chens
Chens and everything. They figured that out. Everybody else was still just playing like Nagasaren was a big carry back in the day, right? And heroes like that, and they were like, nah, we're just gonna. It don't matter if we lose. Like they would quite often, a bit like OG actually, would look like they were losing a game, but then would just farm their hit buildings and farm their way back into it.
Yeah.
That's pretty legendary stuff.
Well, here we go. It's not looking great for Granny's cookies.
And also rely on S4 to do amazing things, which he did quite often. This is...
Oh my god.
This is big. Emu just going in. He doesn't give a hoot.
He has
about
been...
to give a hoot. Weebs graves himself.
Weebs. The TP
And
out. Will he make
TP's
it?
out.
No.
He does not make it. They're trying to force the call. 23 minutes and this game is pretty much over. 20k gold lead and a racks down. Emu going in again. ArchD dead. 36. And they're going mid.
I believe they'll preserve this final set of racks and win the game. That's
Nutkin,
what we've
use
seen
your
before.
mana boots and turn on heal.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Or don't. It's fine. They're still got Aegis, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I don't think any of it matters. Here comes Emu with the Lifestealer inside him, looking pretty godlike.
Nice job, Alistair.
Matt just been chilling in the middle of all of this.
Still
alive! Still alive! This is nuts! Oh my god. This was a fucking walloping. Alfredo dies!
Dire's middle barracks are under
I'm loading back in only to see the end.
Dire's middle barracks is falling.
Madge still has Aegis. They can just get Megas right here, I think.
I think they go for it. Why not? Don't be patient and play well. Go risk it all.
Well, they're going to back up. There is no moral victory. Mancaf haven't done anything wrong. They've just been much better than Mancaf. Like, that's just all it is. But, I mean, Mancaf... Sorry, but then Granny's Cookies. Mancaf dropped down to the lower bracket, right? So this is an upper bracket team playing against a team that may have just won 1 or 2 games in the group stage. I'll have to check the group stage standings. Hold on a sec. Let me check that. So looking at...
I think won 5 games.
Let's have a look. GTI 23... Group stage. I don't know what that was. So Granny's Cookies were 2-4-2 for a grand total of 8-8.
So they won 6. Oh,
So
they won 8 games. That's pretty good.
They did
Pretty
win
good.
8 games, but who did Granny's get games off? Granny's Cookies 2-0 Goon, who were dreadful. They lost
it's
to
around the
Wogan's
back from
winners,
User,
and they
but
lost
it's
to
not
Jeff,
worked.
but they drew with a lot of other teams. So Granny's Cookies obviously having an off night.
Oh my god, Robertus is just gone. Oh my god.
Weaves Graves himself
Unlucky,
again.
I guess. That has got to be it.
Plague,
into that.
Plague, I don't want to say that you were a factor in their L here, but they only lost 2 series in the group stage. They lost to Wogan's winners and Jeff.
I drafted exactly what they asked me to, but I just wish they had they weren't so honourable and wanted to play PA. We would have won this game with a PA.
You know what? I'm not even sure that would have been enough. Well, when your offlaner is arguably the worst player on your team, I think you've got problems. I do think you've got problems. Spineapple really never got anything going there.
Nah, he had a hard one.
Damage done by Spineapple, 5k damage.
The Hoz 5k.
Invoker, also 5k. Invoker, 7k. Nutkin managed to somehow only did 6k on Witch Doctor, which I'm a little bit surprised about. But, I mean, that doesn't really matter. They just got absolutely fucking walloped. Razor never died. Weeds died 10 times in a short game. Kunka died 6 times. Spineapple was 0-7. 0-4 on Invoker. Desperate, desperate stuff. It happens. It happens. Good luck. Better luck next year, chaps.
They're going to come back better. Spineapple's going to have loads of games, going to be much better.
Yep. Got a year to work on it. Or the team will completely fall apart and crumble, and they will try to join other teams. That's my guess.
Yeah, I've got to see one player who can't do the AFK for the entire year probably is Spineapple.
Indeed, yeah. He needs to... You're not szethw, all right? You can't just turn up and win games. You've got to put some practice in anyway. That was game 2.